like I do every single Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So I come to you every week and we do a new technique such as the rapid loom. We look at new cool mixes. We learn a new project. So all sorts of different things we cover, stretch bracelets, memory wire. We have so much fun. And we do this every single week on Thursdays at 9 a.m. And I just saw some floating hearts. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining me on this morning in March. I know April's around the corner. I am definitely in the spring mood, spring spirit. I have been spring cleaning. I have been taking care of all these different things so I can go into the spring and summer with a nice fresh start and lightness. And I see we've got Eric and Michelle here. Hello guys, and Liz. So Eric and Michelle, of course, are in the background. They are my support team. They are there to answer questions if things come up that I can't answer or you need links or things added to that shopping bag. And I see Patsy's here and Judy. Judy's saying no sound. Okay, hi Piper too. Is anyone else having a sound problem? Because we can definitely try to help through that. So if someone can let me know if they could hear me. Okay, Eric, thank you for saying sound is okay. Let's see if we can help Judy with her sound problem. Thank you, Michelle, for doing that. All right, guys. Oh, and Ain saying thank you for saying bottom corner, and Nicole can hear me. Okay. All right, good. Thank you, guys. That's one of the things I love about this live show that we do. We have an amazing community here who is so supportive and so helpful and wonderful. And thank you guys. And every time I get stuck on something, I see you guys helping, and that's amazing. Thank you very, very much. And Ramona, hello, watching from Mississippi. Liz is saying for sound problems, if you try closing and opening it again, it helps. Very good. Teresa, hello. All right, guys. We often have people new who have never joined us before, so welcome. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Couple quick notes about how this works is if you have a question, ask it. There's a comment box. You can put your question into the comment. I do see it live. If you are on the Beadaholique website. Now, if you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook, click on the link in your video. That will take you over to Beadaholique. You can comment live and I can answer your questions, which is great. There's a little heart button here. If you click on that, it does a little floaty heart. Lets me know you like what you see. There's an arrow button to share. And then there's the shopping bag icon. And that has everything in the whole show kind of preloaded into there. So you got like a curated gallery that you can look at before I even talk about anything, or if you're curious about something beforehand or want to know more, you can add right to your shopping bag and your shopping cart right from there. All right, so I want to show you what we're going to do today, guys. So I got a couple requests last week that it'd be great if I could show the finished product ahead of time. So when I can do that, I'll try to do that. So another great thing about these is I love to hear your feedback. So here is what we're going to be making today. I am calling this the Spring Serenade necklace. So it's got greens and purples, and I paired it with silver to make it a little lighter and brighter for spring. I was going back and forth if I wanted gold or silver, but I love the dagger beads. So the main focal beads are all by Raven's Journey. And what's really cool is by joining in on the show, and in the link that Michelle can post, is we are debuting tomorrow a ton, like hundreds of new Raven's Journey Czech glass beads. But if you're watching this today, you're getting a sneak peek, which is really cool. So you get like first selection sneak peek of these beautiful Raven's beads, and there's hundreds of them. But I picked out some of my very favorites to make this necklace. And we're also having a sale, so it's a good time to stock up. 20% off if you buy $50 or more of Czech glass. And we're going to have a giveaway during the show. So there's a lot to cover. So towards the end of the show, I'm going to be giving away some strands of Raven's Journey beads to one winner. And we'll pick that person live during the show. And we'll ask a question. And then whoever gets the first correct answer will win the Raven strands. So much to cover. And I see Moni. Hello, I found you. Okay, good. And Santa Barbara girl, thank you. It's good. Oh, Santa looks like blossoms. Yeah, it kind of has that petal flowery look, and these are so cool. They're gonna show up better when I flip my camera down. These are etched. They've got like a laser etched pattern on them, which is really fun. Okay, let's flip the camera down so we can kind of see what we're working with today and get to playing. All right, so here we go. Kind of cloudy out today where I am. All right, so let's see what we have here. And I see Michelle just posted that link for the new Ravens Journey beads. I love these beads. You guys know I'm a vintage girl, and these look very vintagey, antique-y, Parisian to me. They're very bohemian, so I love them. Okay, so I have my necklace that we're going to be making. So here it is, a little bit more up close where we can see it a little bit better. So we're going to be using 3 different Ravens Journey beads, these daggers, these really cool ones right here, these purple ones with kind of the metallic ends, the daggers that have this etched design. And I put other daggers in the shopping bag as well because there was some other really cool like feather patterned ones. So there's some really neat dagger beads. And then I love these like kind of chunky rondelles. And I paired it with a little Czech fire polish as kind of my spacer. And then I've got some seed beads. And then I'm going to show you up here, we're going to be doing a strung design. But what I did was I connected it to chain and I added a little seed bead decorative element up near the chain after the crimp bead. So I'm going to show you that little technique, which I think is kind of a fun finishing technique. You make like a little flower shape when you do it this way. So that's going to be fun. This is a finished chain necklace that I just cut in half. And I'm actually going to cut it off of here to use for the sample that we're going to make because I didn't have 2 of them. But that's a really handy, quick tip because it comes with your clasp already attached. So you're not having to buy separate jump rings, a separate lobster clasp, cut to order chain. You can just have a finished chain necklace, cut it in half, and then add your focal. So that's one of my favorite techniques. I just find it easier and I love how secure I know the clasp is. When I first started making jewelry, I had a couple kind of embarrassing, stressful moments where my jewelry was not very structurally sound and the clasp came apart. So ever since then, I've just really valued a very secure clasp. And so I know when I have a finished chain necklace and I use it, I know my clasp is sound. So I've always liked that. Okay, so really quick, before we start to actually make this design, I want to show you a quick preview of some of the Ravens Journey beads that we just got in, and they're in that shopping bag, and we're going to give away some of these at the end of the show too. So let me just show you a couple beautiful Ravens Journey beads here that are so pretty and so perfect for spring. I know Michelle's going to go ahead and pop up that banner for us as we do these ones, but I love this red color. Now these come in a strand. I've already kind of cut them open and played with them a little bit. So some of these are off their strand, but you'll get a lot more than that. I like these little teardrop fluted ones as well. And the navy is so nice. You could definitely pair this with white and do a nautical design with this one. Maybe put a little star element in it with it too. So this could be nautical for summer. Oh, and I love the feedback. I love it, guys. Yeah, they're really pretty beads. I like Ravens Journey because I feel like you can make them a focal. So here are little aster beads, and these come in a bunch of different colors. So you see here, if we just start to look at them, here, let me put one color on at a time. Here's like a black with a wash. That's more like a platinum wash. Yeah, they're really pretty. Yeah, I love these because they're quality. You could tell that they're really nice quality when you look at them too. And they're Czech glass. So here's this one with that color. And then there's a couple colors of birdies. These birdies are so cute. Now, I think we've had the birdie before. I don't think the birdie is new, but I think we just got more of him in because I think he was out of stock for a little bit. So a cute little bird for spring. And I love the aqua. The aqua is such a pretty color. Or you can have the cream color, which is a nice neutral. These are kind of fun and funky. They're very 1950s looking to me. I feel like this would be an awesome vintage looking necklace. So it's got this like gold fleck, like gold speckled paint on top of the aqua. I love it. Lisa loves the birds. Ruby's saying the flower beads are so pretty. Yeah, just really unique beads. Like I'm an earring girl, and I'm going to show you guys the earrings I have on in just a sec, because I made them with some Raven's Journey beads before. And you can take these strands apart and just use a couple beads in a design, and it really makes the design. These are cute. These are kind of like little staples. Like these are the ones I feel like you'd use a lot of because they're a nice petite size. Really, yeah, Paula, that's what I'm thinking too. Like really versatile for these ones. Okay, and now let me show you the strands. And we are going to give away a couple of these strands at the end of the show. And then we'll get to making our necklace. But you could sub in a lot of these other beads for some of the beads that I selected. So maybe you want a different focal. But these are cool. These are like, I don't know, these look like 1920s to me. These look even older than the 50s. So these ones definitely appeal to me. They're a really interesting shape, interesting cut. You can see how that looks on them. I really love these. I want to do like a flapper necklace with these guys. Maybe even pair it with black. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a really 1920s vibe off of these guys. So I think I'll have to do something long and elegant with those. These are cool, like a shell for summer, nice and big. And you can almost see that you could just put stretch cord in that and you have a bracelet already made. So that's a really nice one. These are really big, actually. These are really nice and substantial. Okay, kitties. There's kitty cats. Look at these guys. We all love our cats. Cute little kitty faces, too. Because the gold kind of goes into the recesses. So you see like the tail design. So those are really cool. So I'm trying to think like, because I get to pick which ones we give away, guys. I think we have to give away the kitty. I think someone has to win the kitty. So it's going to be one person's going to win several strands. So I think the kitty one we definitely have to use as part of our giveaway. Oh, I love this one. I just think peaches and cream when I look at this one. Yeah, I love reading your guys' comments. Yeah, the cats, I think that the picture doesn't do them justice. So hopefully seeing them in person definitely helps to show them off a little bit more because they've got a front and a back. They've got the back with their tail and they've got the front with their little faces, and they come in a bunch of colors. I like that it's an assorted. Okay, and then we got this one, which I kind of am like peaches and cream. And then we have a little bee. So our little bee bead. And he's cute on both sides. And I just saw we had a bunch of people join us. Welcome. We are looking at Raven's Journey because we are giving a little sneak peek. These are debuting tomorrow, but everyone watching this gets to see them today. Hundreds of new Raven's Journey. We just got into Beadaholique, and we're just having so much fun with them. And we're also going to be making this necklace today. For those of you who missed the beginning of this, you are not too late. We haven't started. This is the necklace we're going to be making today, which uses Raven's Journey beads and some little tips and tricks on how to make it. All right, and we're going to do a giveaway, and we're having a sale. So lots happening, lots happening. Okay, these are fun. Look at these. So these are moon faces. Little moon faces. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to show you my earring. And we're going to give away the moon faces too. I feel like the kitty and the moon face definitely have to be part of the giveaway. Okay, I'm kind of keeping those off. Okay, so here's my earrings. And so I used a little moon face paired with a little charm chain, some little pearl dangles, and a tassel. So you could definitely do that with the moon face beads. So that's just one design idea. And this is an unfinished earring hook. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but you get to add your own bead to it. So those are pretty neat. You could coordinate to your moon face. So that's one design idea of what to do with like and you could do this with any Raven's Journey bead. I mean, you could swap in an aster bead. You could swap in a little bee. So this type design where you put a little tassel hanging from it would work with any bead. Okay, so then what else do we have? We have a couple more to show. So here's another one of these little ones. It's kind of like a nice staple, like a nice little essential one. Pretty turquoise, great color for spring and summer. I love the little gold speck on this one as well. And then this is another. So when I showed you these guys earlier, if you buy them, you get them in the whole strand. So it comes as the whole strand. But isn't that pretty? I love that. Oh, I should do something with the birds. I should definitely do that. Oh, hello, Kathy. Moved to website from Facebook. Yay. So Kathy, I can see your comment. Love the cats. Oh, good. And now if you're here on the website, you can participate in the giveaway, because the giveaway we do on the website, because we can see the comments on the website. So if you are on Facebook or you are on YouTube, hop on over to follow the link in the description of the video. Hop on over so you're on beadaholique.com so you can participate in the giveaway at the end. Okay, so we got this. And then I have a couple of these little fluted beads in purple, which is such a good color for spring. So I love those. Are there any blue moons available? Great question, Ramona. So I know that Michelle can definitely search and post a link if there are. I'm not sure. I know there are several different colors of the moon beads, but I'm not sure if there was a blue one, but blue moon would be pretty spectacular. All right, guys, what's the other things we should add to the giveaway? I'm going to add 2 more strands. So we'll do the moons, the cats. What other 2 strands should we add? So that at the end we'll do this. Let's see. Let's see. We can should we add one of these pretty purple ones to it? These are so pretty. Okay. So we'll add the purple. And then let's add 1 more strand, guys. And then I'll set these aside and we'll start designing. We'll do the giveaway towards the end. Oh, Michelle said blue moons added. Yay. Purple drops. Okay. Purple drops. Yes. Everyone's saying that. Let's see. Love the daggers. Nice choice. Sorry, I'm trying to read the questions as the 1920s ones. I saw someone say. You want the 1920 ones added? We can do that. Should we add these guys to the giveaway as well? So that will be the giveaway at the end. I also saw a note for peach. So we could also do the blue. I was going to do 4 strands. So we could do the peach, or we could do... Oh, wait, everyone's saying peach. I'm seeing yes, yes. Okay, so this will be the giveaway at the end. You'll get the 4 strands of Raven's Journey beads. That'll be really fun. And there's so much you can do with these beads. Okay, I'm gonna put those up to the side. All right, guys, let's start making a necklace today. All right, and if you're curious, I'm using my treasure mat. So I've got, it looks so, sorry, my camera. I love the little treasure mat with the little holes. It got a little messed up here because I was grabbing stuff, but I like that you can kind of sort your beads with these little sections here. Okay, let me pull this down so that we're at the best level. So what I did when I made this necklace is basically I had a strand of this bead, a strand of the daggers, a strand of this cool purple one, and I only used half a strand to make this necklace. And so for all of my supplies, except for the chain necklace, I only used half a strand. So in theory, if you ordered 2 finished chain necklaces, you could make 2 full necklaces from the supplies you're going to buy. So you could keep one and you could gift one. So just a little quick note about that, because I'm always looking for kind of like the value and different little tips and tricks. Okay, so that's fun. So here are the daggers up close. That's what the daggers look like. They've got that etched design. Here's where the hole orientation is. It's a single hole. Sometimes you'll find Czech daggers with 2 holes. This is a single hole. Here is this cool little like rondelle. And again, these are Raven's Journey. And then I love this one. So that's what that one looks like. And then we're just going to do the little 4mm Czech fire polish, and we're gonna do some seed beads. And these are size 11, and these are Toho rounds in this really pretty purple color, because I thought purple and green for spring, since I think we are all so ready for spring. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna use a little crimp tube. This is just a little 2x2 crimp tube as well. Oh, I love the hearts, guys. Good. I'm glad you like this. And for our beading wire, we used this in a previous class as well. So if you picked it up before, it's the same one. This is a 19 strand satin silver 0.015. And this actually told me right on the package that I needed a number 2 of the crimp tube. So here we go. We're going to cut some of this, and I'm going to cut, I always eyeball it for better or for worse. I'm probably going to cut about 20 inches just so that I have enough to work with. And you know what, I could actually line up my piece that I already made and make sure there's enough for each side. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to start with is we are going to begin by placing our bead stopper onto our cord. So it's just like a little accordion. These are handy. So I'm going to place it about 3 inches from the end, and that's just going to hold my beads. Oh, I love it. So I love your comment, Ain, about setting up a peddler's license. Oh, that'd be so fun. You know, it's really fun. I don't know how many people have made jewelry and sold it before, but I've done that, and I've really enjoyed it in the past, and it really lets you play with a lot of beads, which is great. I've done like markets, I've done online. I like the markets though. I like doing markets. I like talking with people. Okay, so here's my little purple beads. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with just 2 of the little seed. Nope, backtrack. We're going to put on a crimp tube first. Okay, so what's nice is, that one shot across my room. Okay, so we're going to put on a crimp tube. And what that's going to do is it's just going to sit down on our stopper. So that's just holding it there. Now what's nice is if I had forgotten to put on that crimp tube, which is kind of the path I was going down, I could always at the end take off my stopper and just add it, which is nice because I'm not committing to anything in particular right now. This gives me the flexibility to change my design as I go, which is nice. Oh, Lori, you're very welcome. Yeah, most spools should tell you right on it the size of crimp bead you need. So the first number is a crimp bead, and on this case, the second number is a crimp tube, and it has a little picture next to it. Oh, and Piper sold beaded jewelry on eBay and Etsy. I love it. Okay, so after we put the little crimp tube, we're going to start with 2 seed beads. And what I like to do is, and I'm going to kind of follow my original pattern here because I already played a bit. Oh, come on, you're stuck on here. Okay, so what I find helpful when I'm stringing is to lay out my beads first. So I'm actually going to kind of put this off to the side for just a sec. I'm going to go ahead and look at my pattern that I have, and I'm going to line up my beads. So I'm going to go ahead and just start over on one side. Oh, hello, Marianne. Thank you for joining. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of my rondelles and put it next to it. So I'm basically just lining up what my necklace is going to look like here, which is just going to be so much easier to just pick up the beads and go. So then I'm putting a seed bead, and then I'm going to put a fire polish, a seed bead, and a rondelle. And when I put these on, I'll show you their pattern too, because I know it can be a little hard to see at this distance. I just need to do this so that I know what I am picking up and in what pickup order I'm going to be doing it. Okay. So on my original one here that I did, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the rondelles. So I've got 4 so far. So now I need to get that 5th one in there. And what I'll do is I'll pick up these. Usually what I would do is I would lay out the whole design on my mat, but I think it'll be a little easier to keep up with if I only lay these guys out to start, and then I'll pick them up. Okay, so I am going to pick these guys up, and I don't need a needle, which is nice. It's my beading wire. Hello, Karen and Tony. Okay, it's good to see. Oh, I'm loving you guys are saying where you're all from. Awesome. It's so fun to see. We are from all over the world. I know we often have a friend join us from Iceland. We have another one from England, a lot from the States here. I'm in California right now. That's where I am. I am in Southern California. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a fire polish, and then I'm going to pick up a rondelle. Laureen is from Washington State, so I'm originally from Washington State. Hello to Washington State. I grew up in the Kirkland area, so, and then lived in Seattle for a while, and Issaquah, all those good places. Stacy's from Erie. Pam is from Wichita. Lisa's from Connecticut. Yes, all over the place. Okay, so you see how this is starting to kind of take shape. Montana, New Mexico, awesome. Port Huron, Central Eastern Washington, very cool. Deb, there's not a brick and mortar store in California. I wish there was. That would be awesome. But it is online. But I'm very fortunate that I get to work from my home here. Okay, so this is our pattern so far. So you see we started with the crimp tube, 2 seed beads, and I put 2 in here to give myself a little bit of extra space when I go in there with my crimping pliers. Then we have a fire polish, a rondelle, and then my pattern is seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, rondelle. And I'm just repeating that. Seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, rondelle. So I'm going to keep doing that until I have 5 rondelles on the side. You could do this more or less if you want. Now, if you are trying to get the 2 necklaces out of the strands of beads without having to order more beads, then you'll want to kind of keep to this pattern because it comes out almost exactly perfect for that. If you do want to be able to get a necklace to give and a necklace to keep. All right. I am very fortunate. I am very, very fortunate. All right, so here we go. This is what is going to be basically this side of our necklace. And now we're ready to go ahead and introduce some more beads, some different beads. So we're going to put that right there. I'm going to go back and refer to my sample. So this is kind of nice. By having a sample ahead of time, I can refer to it. So I had a debate when I was making this. I always feel like you should have odd numbers when you're doing designs. I don't know. I was just taught that from an early age. And so I was debating if I should have odd numbers of daggers, so only have 5 daggers with basically a center dagger, or odd number with these cool beads. And what I ended up kind of going with is the odd number of these bigger Raven's Journey beads right here. And then I ended up with 6 daggers. But that I was debating. I was really going back and forth on that one. But I just felt like these ended up being a pretty big focal too. And so, okay, I just saw a question about the length of the necklace. Oh, you know what, guys? I did not measure this necklace when I finished it. This one is pretty long, though. I would say 18. I'd say this is about a 28-inch necklace. This is a pretty long one. You can absolutely shorten it. Here, when we get to the point of doing the chain, I'm actually going to cut the chain. I have to reuse this chain because I didn't have 2 samples. And I'll show you, because you could cut this chain anywhere you want. So you can make this necklace really any length you want, up to probably I should, if I have do I have a measuring tape? Okay, that's an excellent question. I should have done that. Let's see. I should have measured this ahead of time. So I'm going to say 18. Yeah, it's at least, I'd say it's a 28-inch necklace. That was a great question. No, I'm not affected by the fires. If that question was for me, thankfully, I was with all the fires here in Southern California. I was still a little bit away from them. We definitely got smoke and ash, but we were not in their path. So we were very, very fortunate. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go on and we're going to go ahead now and we're going to add our first dagger. They look really great on both sides, so there's no right or wrong way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one dagger bead on. After my dagger bead, I'm going to use another 4mm fire polish kind of as a spacer bead. And then after this one, I'm going to put one of these beautiful beads on. And I'm going to do another spacer bead. So I'm just going to use these fire polish as spacers between my daggers and my larger beads. Okay, so let me show you what that sequence looks like. So here we go. So you see how we had that beginning part, and then we kind of are going into a brand new sequence right here where we're spacing the daggers with those beautiful beads. And the daggers are really, really fun to work with. Okay, so I'm going to keep repeating that until I have 5 of the focal beads and 6 of the daggers. And a quick reminder, we are going to do that giveaway here. We'll do the giveaway once we finish the necklace. And so stay tuned. So to enter, you're going to be the first one with the correct answer to a question I have, and you'll type it into the comment section. And Michelle will be the one who will pick up the correct answer. So that's going to, oops, I almost forgot my spacer. So that is still going to happen. We are also having a little sneak peek of all these beautiful ravens beads. Michelle has the link. They're not actually being advertised or talked about until tomorrow, but we're doing a little sneak peek here. And then we're also having a sale where you get 20% off Czech glass beads, which includes Raven's Journey, when you spend $50 or more. There's a coupon code for that I know Michelle can put into the comment section. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got another focal bead and another dagger to go, and then we'll be ready to do the other half of our necklace, and then we'll connect it all to the chain. Okay, last dagger. Okay, so if you see, really just, this is a really simple stringing technique. Okay, so there we go. So we got this so far, and this is here is going to be the front of our necklace. And I think that this design would really lend itself to be long or short, and you're going to be able to modify it very, very easily in the chain step. But see how, yeah, that was really fast, Diane, you're right. It goes really fast. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and I'm just going to repeat the same sequence that I had on this side on the other side. So I'm going to start with a fire polish, add a rondelle. Now I'm going back to doing my seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, rondelle pattern. So seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, rondelle. And I'm going to repeat that till I match. Well, I'm only quick probably because I already made this necklace once. It took a lot longer the first time because I was definitely playing with, you know, how many beads should be on each side, what should I be using as the spacer. So when you guys join me and it's more of like a design on the fly type show, You'll probably remember there's a lot more kind of like, should I do this? Should I do that? But when you've already made one once, it definitely is easier to make the second one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want 5 rondelles on each side. Okay. All right. We are actually almost done with the stringing part of this. Okay, and then when I ended it, so I just want to make sure that I'm going to match. So I'm just kind of looking right here. And I'm reading the comments about the bracelet and dangling earrings. Absolutely. You could totally make really pretty matching pieces to this. All right, so this is where I'm at. I just have to add up top here the last little bit, and then we're going to connect it to our chain. So we'll do a fire polish. And again, I'm putting 2 seed beads just to give me more space up near the crimp tube. Okay. Oh, okay, I love it. Santa Barbara Girl, the daggers remind me of succulents. I totally could see that. Okay. And like the purple with the earrings, depends on the weight. You know what? They're not that heavy if you were only to use one of the purples for an earring and then put something with it. If you put a bunch of them on an earring, like a dangle of 3, it might be a little heavy. But here we go. This is what our necklace is looking like with those greens and purples for spring. And at this point, what I like to do is I usually just lay it down on my table and I just kind of visually double check that I didn't make a big boo-boo somewhere. So I just kind of, I'm going to count. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rondelles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rondelles. I've got the 6 daggers. I've got the 5 pretty focals, and I've got all the little fire polishes. Okay, because it's not too late if you make a mistake to just unstring this and put it and fix it back up. Okay, so now we're ready to connect it to the chain. Like I mentioned before, so this is a really long necklace because I used the full length of the chain. I didn't have 2 samples of chain to do one up ahead of time and to do one in the show here. So I'm going to actually cut this chain off of my finished piece, which is not a big deal. Cutting a link is not going to really change its length. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at how we attach this. We're going to make like a little flower with seed beads and attach it to the chain directly. So what we're going to do, and I'm trying to see comments as we go. They're going really fast. My ears aren't pierced. How do I know when an earring is too heavy for pierced ears? Oh, good question. So if you don't have a comparison, probably you might want to rely on a friend and ask that. I usually pick up my like here, like this earring here. What I tend to do is I kind of give it a little shake when I pick it up and just see how it feels in my hand, if it's going to be too heavy for my ear. But again, I probably know whether it's too heavy because I do have pierced ears. So you might want to ask a friend to see. But like here I have like 1 focal of the glass bead. I have a tassel and it has a metal component on it. I have some chain. So I've got a lot happening here, but it's still not too heavy for me at least. You know, that's also, some people are more sensitive than others. So it's not necessarily a formula that you could follow whether they'll be too heavy or not. Because some people definitely really love just super light earrings. Other people can tolerate a little bit more. Okay. All right. So here we're going to do is we're just going to, oh, my first time on your live events. This is interesting. Oh, are those all glass beads? Yes, Jeremy, they are, and welcome. So we are using Raven's Journey, are the focal beads. So here you go. So all the daggers, and these are Raven's Journey. And then these are Czech Fire Polish glass beads, and then the seed beads are glass as well. They are some glass Toho round seed beads. So every bead is glass, yes. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut this off. I'm just going to cut through a chain link on each side. Okay. All right, so you guys got to imagine if I had two of these, this would have been a finished chain necklace. So it would have been completely intact, completely circular, and all I did was I took it, I held the clasp at one end, pulled it on down, found the midway point, and just snipped it. And what that did was it opened it up to be basically a clasp attached to two chains. Now, what you can do is you can cut this shorter at this point. So let's say you only want this to be an 18-inch necklace. Just go ahead and cut this a lot shorter. You can cut it anywhere along the length and then save the rest of the chain for another project. So don't ever get rid of scraps of chain. We always use them. Since we're talking about weight, if ever, how heavy is this necklace? This necklace, it's not too heavy. It definitely has some weight to it because we are using glass beads. I don't find it to be too heavy though. It's not going to hurt my neck. And I am on the little bit more of the sensitive side of the spectrum for jewelry weight. This doesn't feel too heavy to me. And I think that's because we put it with a delicate chain and I didn't put more Czech glass all the way up top, which would have added to the weight. What and when is the giveaway? So the giveaway is going to be probably about 5 minutes when we finish this necklace. And it is going to be for these 4 strands of Raven's Journey beads. So we've got the moon. We got the moon faces. We've got the kitty cats. We've got these purple drops, and we got this cool peachy one too. And the finished length of the necklace. You know what? I'm going to go see if I can find, when we're all done, I forgot to measure the necklace, to be honest. When we're all done, I'm going to see if I can find my measuring tape, and I'll try to give you an exact measurement of the finished necklace. Okay, so these are going to be our giveaway. And to enter it, you're going to have comment in the comment box, like everyone's commenting right now. And you will, I'll ask a question, and whoever has the correct answer to the question will win all 4 strands. Will there be a written pattern or list of supplies? You know what? I can make one, definitely, for sure. And then are those giveaways also available for sale? Yes, they are. If you click on the shopping bag on your screen, there's like a little shopping bag icon. Go ahead and click on that. All of these are listed individually in that shopping bag. You can add them right to your shopping cart and you can buy them right there. So definitely they are all available for sale, including the kitty cats. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of scoot this down so it's a little bit more centered on my beading wire. So I have a little bit more length on each side. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the end. So here you see there's a little chain link. It's a little chain link, and that's what we're going to be going through. Do you find it hard to take necklace chain apart? Not on this case if you just snip through one of the links. These are nice. They're all just completely like soldered solid links. So if you just snip through one, you should have the next one on the chain clean and ready to go through. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up. Remember where we left off? We left off with the crimp tube. And what we're going to do is we're going to put on 2 seed beads onto our beading wire. Let those slide down. Now we're going to go and just grab our chain and we're going to go through the chain link on the end. And this is why it would be so easy to modify the length, because you could cut this chain anywhere you wanted to. So now we just went through that chain link as well. Now we're going to add 2 more seed beads to go on the other side. And now what we'll do is, this is what we've got on here. We're going to loop our beading wire back through our crimp tube. Okay, so we're making a little circle. Yes, Lori, totally reminds me of the French wire. Yes, so is the link strong enough to hold the necklace? Yes, it is. It's a nice quality solid chain. So it will hold the necklace. Okay, so as what is going to happen is, as we pull this down, what happens is it forms a little loop that becomes almost like a little flower design. So you see what we have right there. And so you could pull that so it's nice and secure. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to crimp that crimp bead. So I have my crimping pliers right here with the 2 notches, so you can see that. And I'm pulling my cords off to each side because this is going to create 2 channels. And you want that 1 cord to go into each channel. So I'm going to use the back notch first. Karen, you could definitely use the U-shaped protector. You're talking about the thread and wire protector, I think, that we talked about last week. So definitely you could use that if you wanted to. This is, I feel like this is going to be secure enough like this. Even though it's going to, go back and forth, this is a nice chain. I'm not too worried about this chain having issues with the beading wire, but definitely the thread and wire protectors are great. So if you want to use one, you would just probably leave off the seed bead component to it. Okay. And you have not missed the giveaway. We are still giveaway is going to be after we finish this necklace. We'll be done with this necklace in just a few minutes. Okay. So I have that crimp tube in the back notch, and I'm just going to squeeze, and when I pull it out, you can see that we've got it it's now got a depression in the middle, and the strands are coming from each side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it on its side, and we're going to put it in the front notch to fold it over onto itself. Okay, so I've got that, and we're just going to push. And I don't feel like I need a little cover for this, because I think it works with the necklace design just to have what looks like a little silver metal element there. All right, so that was one side. And we're going to go to the other side. Now, I don't know, some people cut their beading wire right here. I tend to put mine through a couple beads next to it. I don't know, I've just always done that. So I tend to like to feed it through my necklace a little bit. Just, I don't know, makes me feel better. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Now what I need to do is I need to do the other side. And so what I'll do first is, since we did cut that chain, I'm going to make sure that I have a nice chain link intact at the end again. So you can see that. That looks good. And I mean intact because when you cut chain, sometimes you have the scraps of the link you cut hanging out. And so you just want to make sure that it's all cleaned up. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that all my beads are scooted down, that I don't have a big gap somewhere in the middle. And I want to also make sure that they're not stiff. So I like kind of having them in a little bit of like a U shape to begin with, making sure they all look good. And now we're just going to repeat. So we have the crimp tube that we put on first. Now we're going to put on 2 seed beads. 1, 2, and we're going to get the chain link in there. And 1, 2. And okay, so now we've got this on this side. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go back through our crimp tube. And I like crimp tubes better than crimp beads. I just find, for me, they hold a bit better. Okay, so I obviously have a big gap of wire right here. I need to cinch that up. And so I'm just going to kind of work it on down till we keep kind of getting rid of that gap, because we don't want a big gap right there. But you don't want your beads to be too tight either. You don't want to pull this so tight that your beads kind of scrunch up on each other. All right, so I'm okay. I always feel okay leaving just a little bit of a looseness right here, just a little bit for flexibility. Tubes all the way. Yeah, I'm saying yes, guys, right? I love crimp tubes. Crimp beads, they're fiddly. I have a hard time working with them, and they tend to not hold as good for me. Okay, same thing. I'm trying to pull out the wire a little bit so that it goes into 2 channels here. Crimp. Okay, and then rotate. Squish it down so it folds over on itself. And I am going to put it through a couple beads just for my own sake. Isn't it funny? We get notions and we have a way of doing things. And I know other designers do it totally different, which is great. And that's what's great about jewelry making too, is we all find what works for us and have a way of doing things. Wow, this is like going all the way down through. Where is the end? Just wanted to go through a couple. The difference between a crimp tube and a crimp bead. So they're supposed to do the same function. A crimp tube is a cylindric shape. It's more metal. I find it has a more, I don't know if uniform is the right way to say it, but it's like, it has a surface which I find easier to crimp with the crimping pliers. A crimp bead is rounded, and I find that rounded shape slips a bit in my pliers. I think that's probably the best way I can describe it. And I just find I get really stressed with crimp beads, but crimp tubes seem to work really well for me. All right, so now I'm just going to go in there with my cutters, cut the ends, and we have a finished necklace. And then I do want to measure this, and we will do the giveaway. Let me just see if I have my measuring tape like 10 seconds away here, just so we can finish the necklace part of this, and then we'll do our giveaway. I should have, hopefully, a measuring tape. All right. Well, it's not a measuring tape, but it will work. It's my level for hanging pictures up straight. Do we use crimp covers? Crimp covers are great. Yes, we did a show on them last week. You could definitely use a crimp cover with this. Yeah, I know. I was trying to get into my kind of my junk repair closet. All right, we're going to measure this on here. I know it's off camera, but it's a really long level here. All right, so I had guessed that it was 28 inches about. Let's see, 24. Oh, I was pretty spot on. This is 28 inches. Okay, so you can make this design up to 28 inches. And then you can make it shorter. So just cut that chain shorter where you want it to be shorter. And that will work. All right, guys, let's do a giveaway. So, dun, dun, dun. Here are the strands that we're going to give away. You have to be here on Beadaholique so we can actually see your comment. The first person to correctly answer the question wins these strands. Michelle will be flagging that comment. She'll be kind of looking quickly to see who does it. All right, so you have to spell this correctly, guys. So we love Raven's Journey. What is the full name? So first and last name spelled correctly of the woman behind Raven's Journey, of the owner, the woman who created Raven's Journey. What is her full name spelled correctly? First and last, the woman behind Raven's Journey. So Michelle is going to tell us when we have a winner. I'm seeing, oh, good. Okay, we have a winner, Tanya. Congratulations. So Tanya did type really quickly. I know, sometimes our questions, you'll never know what our questions are going to be. All right, congratulations, Tanya. These are yours. These strands are yours. Congratulations. So connect up with Michelle. I know she just put an email in there for you to reach out with your address. Dang, spell correct. Oh, I'm sorry, Mandy. All right. Guys, I'm going to flip the camera up again real quick and then be able to say goodbye. And we can look at this necklace again really quick. And don't forget, if you have anything in your shopping cart, make sure you check out, take advantage of that sale we're having of $50 or more. If you spend, you get 20% off Czech glass, including all the brand new Raven's Journey and the components that we use for this necklace that were Czech glass as well. So great time to get those at a discount. Congratulations again to Tanya. This was such a busy show. Okay, I'm gonna flip my camera up and, oh, sure, well, I put it on so we can see how it hangs. Sure. Okay, let me flip the camera up. Okay. All right, guys. So I have not necessarily the right shirt for this today. Let's see if I can do this, guys. Kind of a little bit, but here we go. So actually this is long enough for me that I can just put this over my head so you can see how that will hang right there. And what you could do, I would probably do this a little shorter for me. Whoops, I got a dagger pushing up. All right, so you could do it long and just have it go over your head, which will definitely work. But you could also do it shorter as well. So that could be really fun. And this would be great with maxi dresses if you're going into summer, or flowy dresses, or if you've got a wedding or you have some special occasion too. That would be really fun. So, but thank you guys for joining me. I love these shows. They're so fun, and I love you guys. It's fun to see familiar names, and I always want to say faces because I feel like we've gotten to know each other. But thank you for joining. If this was your first time, welcome. Thank you. We are here every single Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, designing, creating, having fun. Sometimes we do giveaways. There's different sales. You never know what's going to happen. And I see all the hearts. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you next week. Take care. Piper, have a great weekend too. Nicole, Patsy, thank you guys. I always love these. They're fun. And this is on replay as well. So if you missed some of it and you came in a little bit late, you can always catch the replay here at Beadaholique as well. All right. Bye, Jan. Bye, Jeremy. Bye, Betsy. I'll see you guys next week. Liz, have a great week as well. Okay. Bye, guys.